Welcome to the Calculus, a collection of micro lectures, video lessons, and sample exercises. Let's compute the antiderivative of this given radical function using the chain rule. So similar to the previous examples, before we can use the chain rule, let's try to verify if this given function is a composite function or can be written as a composite function of two functions. You have here the integral of 9 times the square root of 10 minus 3x dx. Okay, so let's show that this contains composite function. So allow me to use here the constant multiple rule, moving out 9 because 9 is a constant. Integral of the square root of 10 minus 3x dx. We can see here that the radicand of our radical function is actually another function. Hence, yes, this is a composite function. So if our f of g of x would stand to the square root of 10 minus 3x, we can say that our f of x is a square root of x, but the x here for our function of x is another function g, which is 10 minus 3x. This into that would return to this form, hence it's a composite function. Okay, so with that, chain rule is applicable because chain rule is used to find the antiderivative of any composite function. We also have another rule for this, which will be made available in the next one. We will be verifying whether our answer here is the same as the answer later on. But for the chain rule, it's the integral of a composite function introducing the derivative of your g of x before your dx, which would result to the antiderivative of your outer function f with g of x as its component plus c. Now, to find this would be dependent on the previously discussed rules, but of course, what needs to be identified here is the inclusion of this as a factor before we can use the chain rule. So that is actually connected to this. G prime of x now would then be 0 as the integral, the derivative of 10, minus 3 as the derivative of 3x, minus 3x rather. So it should be negative 3. Very important for us to be guided of the sign because it's 10 minus 3x, not just plus 3x. That's why it should be negative 3. Okay, that would be the same item we're going to include in our original form. So this would mean this is actually 9 times the integral. Of course, you can rewrite this as 10 minus 3x to the power of 1/2, being a fraction exponent which could yield into square root symbol. Now, to make sure that this would be applicable or the chain rule is applicable in solving this, we'll be introducing here the factor of negative 3. Not minus 3, okay? But a factor, so times negative 3. Okay? So that this would be applicable now. But of course, since we multiplied the inner forms with negative 3, and it's not the same as the original because 9 is still there, okay? What we need to do here is to divide this side by negative 3 so that that would be easily cancelled out. And it's just the same as the original form. Okay? It's just that we will not be doing that here. So we will have here negative 3 as 9 over negative 3. The integral of 10 minus 3x raised to the power of 1/2, then negative 3 dx. This fits the criteria now for the chain rule, specifically for this portion here. But which rule will be used to find the antiderivative of f? This is actually where we will be including the integral of power, because this with the power here, and this is not equal to negative 1, hence we can use here x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus your c. Okay? But our x is the entire function here. So this is what will happen next. You will still have negative 3 here. Okay? Then you will have to multiply that 10 minus 3x 1/2 plus 1 over 1/2 plus 1. That's n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus your c. Let's simplify first the grouping symbol. So negative 3, you have your 10 minus 3x. That's 3 halves over 3 halves plus c. We have a fractional denominator. Take its reciprocal. You'll have your negative 3 times 2/3 as we take the reciprocal. 10 minus 3x to the power of 3 halves plus c. Let's distribute the negative 3 outside. So that would mean this is negative 6 over 3, or simply negative 2 as we cancel that, right? Times 10 minus 3x to the power of 3 halves plus, or sorry, you will have here minus 3c. But since c is any arbitrary constant, it's okay to stick with plus c. Okay? Now with this is our antiderivative of the given function. But since our function is originally a radical function, if you would like to continue, you may. You have your negative 2. This is a fraction exponent. So with this being the index now, square root of, square root of, 10 minus 3x to the power of 3 as the numerator here, plus c. And still can be simplified further because this is greater than your index being 2. We know that when we learned radical expressions. So negative 2, we'll have 10 minus 3x times square root of 10 minus 3x plus c. Okay? This originally has squared, and this is actually 1. So 2 plus 1, you have actually 3. And of course, plus c. Don't need to multiply 2 to binomial expression 10 minus 3x. We can stick to this, or of course, as mentioned, have this as our final answer. This is the result, or this is the antiderivative of the given radical function using the chain rule. This will be verified further as we will have later on the same example using another rule in the next video. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now!